Hello, welcome to Geeky Hijinks, home of the Mischief Makers, and today we're looking at The Banishing. So it's that time of the week already where another Shudder Original, a Shudder exclusive, has landed on my doorstep, ready for me to review for you. So is this one you should watch? Is this one you should avoid? Well, let's find out, but before I do, I've come to realise something lately about Shudder movies that I didn't think was possible, and that's I actually like Shudder movies, and not the movies, but I kind of get excited when a new Shudder film comes out because I don't know what kind of film I'm going to get. Most of the time, we all know they're going to be bad, but it's more of a case of what kind of bad am I going to get? Is it going to be like, oh my god, that's insane bad, or oh my god, just shoot me in the face, it's terrible, it's so bad. That kind of bad. So many kinds of bad with Shudder. I kind of like it. It's like Rebels, but most of them are coffee and one of them is a peanut, and eventually I'll get that peanut. Unless you have allergies, then you're screwed either way. So I've come to realise, guys, that for you, I am your Shudder man. So, what is this film about exactly? Well, it's about a lady called... That should tell you all you need to know about the film, that I've forgotten all the names already. Yes, so anyway, it's about a lady called Marianne, and she moved into this new property with her husband, Linus, who's the new vicar of this parish in the local village. And this house has a bit of a mysterious past, something horrific happening in this house. There's a bit of a cover up. This new family of Marianne and Linus moved in with their daughter Adelaide, and while there, crazy things happen in this house, which makes everyone question their own sanity. And the film was directed by Christopher Smith, starring Jessica Brown Findlay and John Hoffman, as well as Sean Harris. Now, I don't know who Christopher Smith is. I didn't look up his movies, so I'm just going to judge it on this alone. Because if I see a film that he's done before, like if I'd found out he had made Dreamcatcher or Shook, I would have shot myself before this film even started. Well, not shot myself, that's a bit extreme. I'd have been very upset, but you know what I mean. So I thought, you know what, Christopher Smith, I'm going to give your film a go and see what it's like. And there's a pigeon outside. So, what did I like about the film? Was there anything to like about the film? And there was a few things. Now, this film isn't great, isn't groundbreaking, isn't the best Shudder film, but it's not the worst Shudder film. So the first thing I liked, I need to refer to my book because my memory is terrible these days. Before I could literally just ring them off, and now I need to refer to it. I think it's because I write down more things, I can't remember it all on the go. So, the first thing I liked was you can actually see things in the dark, which is always handy in a horror film. Now, I watched The Power last week, or the week before, which was another Shudder original. I couldn't see a thing at all. I thought it was my TV, I thought it wasn't working properly, which wasn't the case, because the TV, I think I read a review of my TV the day after, and the dark scenes are darker than normal, so that probably didn't help things, but still, I had to turn the contrast and the brightness right to the top, just to see anything in The Power. But in this film, I could see everything, and it was shot really well. It was well lit in the nighttime shots, and very creepy as well. There's some really creepy visuals, and some visuals and special effects I've actually never seen in a film before. And if there are, I don't want to spoil them, because you know what? Let's talk about spoil them. Trailers. Don't watch the trailer for any horror film in your life. That's why I'm watching like Zack Snyder's what's it called? The zombie one he just brought out. The Conjuring. I'm not watching any of their trailers because they give way too much away. And I watched the trailer for this film after, and the really interesting, cool visuals that I liked are just ruined by the trailer. It takes the effectiveness away, because you're just going to be like, oh, it's that scene from the trailer. Whereas if you see it with a fresh pair of eyes like I did, not so fresh, normally wear glasses, but you know what I mean? It caught me off guard. I was like, that's a really good special effect, and oh, that's pretty creepy, and yeah, if you watch the trailer, it takes it away. But generally, love the way the film looked. It was shot really well. I had some very creepy visuals. But the acting from Sean Harris is good. The actress who played, referring to my book again, so Jessica Brown Findlay and John Hoffman, who played Marianne and Linus, they were good. Linus, his acting was okay. His performance was kind of annoying, but Marianne was good. I liked her character. And the film had some creepy moments. Two creepy moments that one wasn't even like from the scary part of the film. It was like a pool table scene. That's all I say. If you watch the film, I was laying there and I was like, oh, because it caught me off guard. And there was another one down in the basement with a mirror. Again, that's all I'm going to say. But it's in the trailer. It's ruined for you if you've seen the trailer. But if you haven't, that scene caught me off guard and I was like, ah. So those are two good scenes. The only creepy scenes in the film. And that was also disappointing because, again, It's not what you see, it's what you don't see. So when they show no, don't even think about it. I caught you this time. Normally you catch me off guard when I do a ghost story film and it's not that great. You always seem to make a little cameo. Not today, my friend. Get back in the bathroom. So yeah, not many creepy moments, not many scary moments, but those 2 moments that creeped me out or scared me were good. And the last thing I liked about this film was the premise. There's actually a really good idea here. And I'm going to get onto why that idea is never fully realised in a second. But yeah, when you're watching this film, there are so many good moments. And I'm literally just going to go straight into what I didn't like because it kind of links. So what I liked was the premise. But this film is like buying a jam donut. Now, I think buying a jam donut is one of the most dangerous things you can do in the world. And I explain. Because each jam donut you buy from any shop, whether it's like Asda, Sainsbury's, Tesco's, a supermarket, a bakery, anywhere, or if someone makes it for you, it's all about the jam, alright? You can have a gorgeous looking donut, but if the filling's not there, that's what you're going to judge it by. So, for example, Wenzel's do amazing jam donuts. So, if you want a good jam donut, what am I talking about? So basically, this film is like a donut. And I sound like the guy from that film Knives Out. It's a donut inside a smaller donut. But what I mean is, what it's saying to a donut review, go to Wenzel's for your donuts. But what I'm trying to say is this film is a great idea. That's the outer donut. I'm insane. But what I'm trying to say is this film is a great idea. It's got some really good ideas and I was really interested. But every time this film does something good, it ruins it. Like there's a scene where actually no, there was 3 moments that scared me. There was another scene in the daughter's bedroom and it scared me, and then it ended too quick. Like when you have a scare scene, you've got to draw it on a bit more so you can absorb that scare. The scare scene happens, it's a good one, and it just cuts away too quick to the point where you can't fully appreciate the fact the film got you. There's scenes where Adelaide's looking in a mirror, for example, and you're thinking, oh, what's she looking at? And then they show you what she's looking at, and you're like, oh, you should have just left it as a mystery. What is she looking in the mirror? Then you show it. It's not scary anymore. And there's a few scenes like that. And one more I mentioned to you is in the cellar. So Marianne, the mum, goes into the cellar, and she sees something, and that is scary. Again, 4 moments. It's gone from 2, 3. Now this is the 4th moment that I was freaked out by, because it kind of had like Silent Hill vibes to him. And this particular scene I liked. I loved what I saw. And then they showed too much. And how they just kept it small snippets of things like you thought saw, you like kind of thought you saw. It'd have been much better, but they didn't. Instead they showed you way too much, or they went a bit too overboard. They should just cut back. Like me, for example, you should just stop sometimes talking when you finish a sentence, but you carry on and you trip over your words. But yeah, it's so disappointing because this film had something so good going for it, and yeah, it just never hit that potential. One major thing I forgot to mention is I actually fell asleep halfway through this film. It was very boring at times, very slow. Now I like a slow burn. I always say Hereditary is my favourite slow burn and one of my favourite horror movies of all time, but that slow burn doesn't feel like a slow burn at all, even though it is, and the payoff at the end, beautiful. This one is so slow, I fell asleep in my chair. I put this film on, by the way, at I think it was 8 o'clock. I was in bed by 10 to 9 because the film put me to sleep. About 45 minutes into the film, I woke up, watched the rest of this film today in the morning before work, and now I'm reviewing it now. So yeah, a bit of a slugfest to get through. But overall, guys, this isn't a terrible horror movie, but it's not a great horror movie as well. Would I watch it again? Not really, but it has some good performances, but just very bland characters, some good creepy effects, but not so many creepy moments. Good cinematography, you can see in the dark. The editing is really strange. But I'm going to give this film a bronze win and a 1-time spin, because it's not terrible, but it's not great. And yeah, you can check it out, but only if you really, really want to. If you're like dedicated to watching every Shudder movie or every horror movie that comes out this year, or generally you've just seen this review and are intrigued. And if you are intrigued, come back and let me know what you think. But yeah, it's not bad, not terrible, it's okay. So guys, that was my review of The Banishing. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Was it a snooze fest? Or the greatest film you've ever seen? Come back to the comments to let me know, because I genuinely am interested, and if you like this video, drop me those likes because it always does help. But until next time, stay out of trouble.